Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Hot Rod Bob, and you've got Gas, a special edition coming to you directly from the Grand National Roadster Show. We're in Building 9, the old and the new race cars. Plus, we're in a very special booth, and this one held some significance to me and memory of Bill Carter's booth. And we're with Linda Carter, and we got Steve Stanford over to the side of us.
Hello.
Hello.
Tim Cooper.
And Tim Cooper over there. Hooper or Cooper? Cooper. And you're keeping the legacy alive of Bill. And Bill was an extraordinary painter, known very well by the people who he did work for, but not necessarily by the general public, because he did such amazing jobs, but he did it for the top guys like Tommy Ivo, and everyone that had a top dragster at the time. He was the guy that did it. Tell me a little bit about it. We were talking earlier. You met Bill about, what, 1973?
1973 at the races.
Okay.
He painted a friend of mine's car, the Iron Butterfly.
Oh, yeah.
My brother was part owner of it, and Henry Velasco and Jack McLeod drove it. They go, you got to come out to the valley to see this paint job. I go, okay, and I saw it, and it was beautiful. And then I saw him at the races, and he goes, come here, little girl. And that was that.
And that was that, huh?
Yeah, I met him, and we went out, and we've been together ever since.
Well, that's amazing. Now, Bill moved the shop out of North Hollywood, where I knew him from, or Van Nuys. Actually, it was right across the street from Valley High School, or
Yes,
Valley College in Van Nuys. And I remember as a younger kid walking by the shop, looking at the custom paint jobs and the custom cars, and always aspiring to have him do a car for me. And I finally was able to have him do one back in about 1972.
Yeah.
He was an amazing painter and pinstriper.
Yeah.
He was multi-talented. It had anything to do with paint, he was involved with it.
Absolutely, yes.
And then later on, I found out he had his own line of custom paint.
Yeah, there was a Carter Pro Paint at the time, about 79 or 80. The young man, the person that was with me yesterday, kind of was in charge of it. I don't know too much. Didn't last very long, right? You know
Harlan
about
Fagan.
that.
Yeah,
Harlan
Harlan Fagan
was in charge of it. He got the shop there in Chatsworth and started the line, but it didn't take off.
Okay.
So.
But Bill continued doing some amazing paint jobs for
Always.
some of the top people. Can you tell some of our listeners who some of the customers were?
Oh, well, yeah, Don the Snake Prudhomme, Tommy Ivo, Tom Hoover, Showtime, Tim Gross, Shirley Muldowney.
Right, and the Shirley's car is right behind us here. Dave has the car right now, and he takes that thing all around. And Randy's showing you a picture of the car right now. It's a 1977 Shirley Muldowney Top Fuel Championship car that Dave Mandela owns currently and has restored. And he's put Shirley in the car. They've cackled it a number of times with her. So when she comes out to California, which isn't too often, she doesn't like earthquakes. Not that we have them that often, but enough that she's left. But she enjoys coming out, and she's cackled the car a few times and enjoyed it. What are some of the good memories that you have of the career that you shared with Bill?
Especially now at bringing it all back. I just lived it. And just everybody coming up and telling me that my husband inspired them. And it's because of him that I'm a painter now.
Are you? Really?
Not me, but them.
Oh, them. Oh,
yes,
okay.
Yes, young painters, and that's what he lived for. He wanted to teach.
Yeah.
Another car I forgot to mention, I'll get in trouble, it's Del Poldi, War Eagle.
Right.
Also Paisano, those were my favorite.
So the top guys in drag racing knew where to get the color put on their car, and he did amazing jobs. You know, we look at some of the lowrider cars today. When Bill was doing it, they weren't called lowriders, they were called customs.
Yeah.
And he was doing some great fadeaway paint jobs.
Sure. I have a lot of pictures, don't we, Tim?
50 or 60,000 photos that
got-
we are sorting through from all of Bill's property that we have, and
We
it's
posted
just
one.
we're sorting it, and every day we go through boxes and boxes, and Linda's sorting it into dragsters, funny cars, lowriders, or customs, to custom trucks, motorcycles, boats. And the list goes on and on and on to little toys that he painted. And we're just keeping track of that so that we can put together, not only to keep up with the social media with Facebook and Instagram, but also to have a Bill Carter, the Life and Times of Bill Carter hardbound book that we're planning on putting together.
That'd be great. That I've got it. I definitely put me on the list. I got to have that.
Yeah. It's going to be a great thing.
All right, now, Steve, back here. How are you doing? You spent a lot of time with Bill too.
Oh yeah, about 15 years. He saved my life, man. I mean, that guy just he gave an unknown from the wilds of Utah. You know, he saw something in me and gave me a chance, and you know, and Bill taught, you know, he also showed me a lot about, you know, and first about professionalism, you know, doing a good presentation for the art, and then being able to, you know, paint and design and draw for the biggies, you know, like Linda was name checking just now. That was a huge honor, but good Lord, was I nervous. I didn't want to screw up. I didn't want to make Bill look bad. I just wanted to add to it and contribute, and I'm forever in his debt for that. You know?
And you did a heck of a lot of contributions. Your artwork is amazing. We've discussed this a few times.
Oh, yeah.
You've been on the show a couple of times, and we've shown your stuff. And it always amazes me. The most impressive one that I remember, though, was the spread in Hot Rod magazine with the cars that should have been, that could have been, that really weren't, and people thought, because of the artwork you did, they thought they were real.
You're talking about, it was a spoof that we did for a Hot Rod April Fool's issue, and we called it The Return of AMC. Oh God, the American Motors guys were beside themselves until they got to the very end of the article and they realized it's a fake, it's an April Fool. Oh no, they were so pissed. But at the same time, it was really a love letter to AMC. You know, I loved the brand, but I just wanted to update it, you know, for today, and that I just had no idea. One last thing on that, the best part of that whole caper was somebody told me that one of the NASCAR races, I guess one of the commentators was going on, hey, did you hear that they're bringing American Motors back? Oh yeah, and they had to nudge him and says, no, it was an April Fool's prank, and the guy felt so bad.
Oh gee. Yeah, well, I could just see Chrysler doing that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah, they'll bring AMC back. Ain't gonna happen. Steve, thank you very much. Glad to see you again.
Always a pleasure, Bob.
And
Yeah.
you're having fun. And so you're going to put together a book. Well, that's the goal right now.
That's the goal. This is something, this booth is the beginning of really what Bill had already set in motion probably 5 to 7 years ago, that we had already sketched this out. He knew that he was slowing down with the painting, that he wasn't able to physically do all of the hard work that it really takes to paint and the time that goes into it, and he wanted to be able to have his legacy and bring all of his old shirts back. So he kept all of the original artwork and he kept all of his original photos, and he wanted to be able to have this legacy continue on and to be able to take care of him and Linda. And so that's what we're doing, is we're fulfilling his wishes and bringing that to the forefront for everybody to see.
All right, so Bill Carter, extraordinary automotive painter. Let's see what we got here. If you would like more information, can they call you at this?
Absolutely.
All right, call Linda Carter at 818-415-1969. Go to CarterProPaint.com and check it out. If you did not know or do not know who Bill Carter was, you missed out on a great automotive artist. I'm Hot Rod Bob, coming to you live from the Grand National Roadster Show. And you've got gas, a special edition. Have a great day, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Oh, no problem.